2 years ago, I began to talk about relationships on a personal level, sharing with you what I know and experienced, and what I had to offer that I hopefully that you benefit from. Because sadly, many in this area have fallen short of this important aspect in life, which is a gift from above. But there are those who bury this treasure in their chest and toss it in the sea because of the pain it costs. I'm here because I want you to be better and do better. It's never too late, no matter who you are and where you are at. You can change if you really want to. Previous relationship advice videos that I had uploaded, I spoke on being friendly, flirtatious, to cheating, lies, secrets, and attractions that can be distractions. This one that I present to you now is for your own good, and I'm sure you will get something out of it. Whether you're single, dating, or married, it's never too late to be forewarned by possible dangers. Stay strong. I love you. Imagine a construction worker. He's planning on building a home. He has a team. They have the blueprints. They have hard hats on. And the area of their establishment is blocked off from the public having access inside. Have you ever thought about this? Why is that happening? Why do they block off the premises, where it's a restricted area? Because if you're not part of the team, then you don't belong in it. If you want to help, you have to make sure that you qualify for that position. You have to be protected, and you have to know exactly what you're doing. Every construction worker knows this. Having a hard hat is the most important thing. Of course, knowing what to do, but having that hard hat on prevents you from causing any accidents. Having a hard hat on prevents you from having accidents happen to you that can cause you to get hurt. The mind is very, very gentle. The mind has to be protected. It has to be guarded at all times. Even in the Bible, the word guard means keep. So when God says, guard your heart, keep your heart, keep it. He will keep it for you. But having a hard hat protects you from any damages in that area, just in case something happens, because accidents do happen. Now, what I just told you, I want you to look at that in a relationship in a way. We were talking about the relationship now. I want you to look at that in this way. There's a team, a couple. Whenever something happens, they need to block people from coming in that is not willing to help. And sometimes friends don't help. Sometimes family don't help. They like to take sides because they know you. But this is a time where you need to block things off. You're gonna do this. It's not a square. Okay, yeah, here it is. Well, a rectangle. Yeah, a square. But okay, never mind. But in that area, you need to keep it covered, keep it guarded, because the people that can come in, that you think they can qualify, can destroy it, can cause it to be destructive. They can really mess it up. A couple of months ago, my best friend was arguing with his girlfriend. His arguments, he got a sense of humor, and I know in his mind, he's like, girl, shut your mouth, or I press this eject button. This guy's funny. But they were arguing, and I'm in the backseat. We was all going bowling. I'm supposed to be meeting some other people up there, and I lost bowling. He's like a professional. But so they were arguing, and I could have stepped in to their business, right? I could have stepped in
but I didn't. I just held my peace, and I just hope that things are okay, you know. And of course it is now. You know, they're like best friends. They're okay. But at that time, if I would have stepped in, I could have got bashed. You get what I'm saying? Number one, I wasn't protected. I didn't have my hard hat on because she could have came and said something that can cause bricks to fall on me. That means that what she could have said could have hurted me. If you're not a part of the team working on a relationship to build it up, then it's best for you to stay out of it. Just because you may know them doesn't mean you have access to help them. You know, friends do help, friends help, you know, that's fine, but you gotta have access first. Just because we know the president, we know Donald Trump, doesn't mean that we can just go walk on the White House lawn. No, we're gonna get popped, you know, so no, he has to know us. And that comes with the level of trust with friendships. You know, you may have, I'm quite sure you may have a friend that talks to you or a family member that talks to you about their relationship because there's a level of trust. And you don't want to take sides, you know, just because you know them. Remember, there's two sides of every story. The person may be telling you their side, but there's also another side too. And if you're good at this, because the reason I'm telling you is that, you know, you don't want to do that, but if you're good at this, what I'm trying to say is, if you're good at talking to these people, knowing these couples, it's good that you know them both because you can do great things. You can say something that can really spark something up into their relationship, you know. You know, God values relationships so much. He values it. When all of creation was complete, it was one thing that he didn't like. It was one thing that wasn't good, was when he seen man was alone. Adam didn't say anything. It was God that said it's not good for him to be alone. Therefore, he created a helper to be with him, a helper for life. Two is better than one. Two is always better than one. And just by me making this video, it's just that the things that I have seen, the things that I have known, I'm just sharing it with you. So I'm just using this platform just to share things with you because I don't want you to fall into the trap of the mistakes that I have made and knowing that you're just gonna break your heart. You know, you can be wasting so much time doing something that you should not be doing. It's like, wow, I wasted all those many years on acting like this or being like that because that is not the person that you were created to be. But that doesn't mean you should look back at your history to move into your destiny. You know what I'm saying? What's before you is always the best of you. Like if you think about a video game, I used to, what was it, Sonic the Hedgehog 2? Yeah, it took me a while to beat that game. I didn't know any cheat codes until later on, but I say, you know, I'm gonna put the game on easy. I think it was on easy or medium, one of them. And there was no memory card, so I had to like start over again. I'm like, oh man, I messed up. And I finally beat the guy. I finally beat Dr. Robotnik. And I was happy. Like, I was so happy. And just by looking at that, what, 20 years ago, was it 20? Yeah, like 20 years ago, I could have easily just cheated my way up, but I didn't. I decided to just start from the bottom and work my way up. And I actually enjoyed all those difficult times and experiences, you know. And then when someone else needed help on that level, I'm like, hey, you should do this, take this route. So that's kind of like how relationships can be. We have people who are mature, elderly, that can help us in our walk with relationships and with marriages and with counseling and things like that. So that's the purpose of me making this video, to share with you guys that I know you want to help. I'm definitely doing my part, you know. I know you want to help and things like that, but it's just always have your hard hat on whenever you're helping a relationship. Know when to speak, know when not to speak, know when to take a person, you know what I'm saying, just put them to the side like, hey, is everything okay? You want me to pray for you, you know what I'm saying? Can I don't like you guys arguing. You guys are a good couple, you know, you guys mean a lot to me, you know. When you are softening your own heart and being gentle towards them and not so blunt, they will see another light of you, that light will shine on them. And they will act so different, not just when you're around you, just because of the words that you're saying, because you have beautiful words. You know, it's like honeycomb. You know, it's so sweet, and it's like, wow, you're a good friend. You know, you get so much respect and so much honor for that. You're not trying to control or manipulate anything, you know what I'm saying? Because that stuff is just dead. That's false play. So when you be real with yourself, you are real with others. If you don't have a hard hat on, and you're trying to fix a relationship that is on the verge of breaking, then it's a possibility that those stones and that wood is going to collapse on you. You know, it's good to know one person that's a friend in their relationship, but it's good to know both parties, the male and females. It's good to know both of them, because you can relate to both of them. You can sit them down, you know? You can sit them down. And there's two sides of every story. The person that may be telling you something of what the other person did, you got to know what that person did too. Because if I'm just telling you what you know what I'm saying, a girl did to me and I'm mad at her and I tell you about it, okay, you have to know what she did. You have to know not just what I did, but what she did too. Because that's what's going to make it fair. And if people want to work things out in relationships, you have to be a team. You have to really allow people to come in, like a counselor or a pastor, to come in to help the relationship, to build it up, you know, to build things up, to make sure that you are reading the blueprint fine, to make sure that you are all working together. So when you come back again, it can be strong. Relationships have its ups and downs, but it should really be stabilized. It should be stable. It should be stable as a table, you know. It should be stable as a table. And if one leg is gonna fall off, okay, it's not gonna be sturdy enough, and the other leg now it's gonna fall. It takes people to help out to put that table together so it can be stable. And having a hard hat on protects you from getting hurt. So anybody that comes into a relationship trying to help them out, you got to make sure that you are protected. Relationships does have its ups and downs. You may know someone that is like that. But it's good to be protected, you know, especially if you are friends with that person. It's good to be protected, because one of them may come to you, hey, I have this issue, I need to talk to you about this, I need to talk to you about that. Just be fair. Sometimes you want to just pray for that person, or even get them both to talk to you. Just know that it has to be on a level of trust, and definitely don't take sides. If a person is wrong, okay, yeah, the individual is wrong, but try to bring the goodness out of them so they can see the good and not the bad. You know, we all have flaws, we all mess up and do stuff, but the goodness should always outweigh the bad. And when you get your mind off of the negativity, you will see the positivity of that person. You will see the positive of that person. You know, what's so cool about that is that negative is like, it takes away the joy. You know what I'm saying? That minus sign takes away the joy. But you put another line of middle, which forms a cross, it's positive. So always have that cross with you, all right? If you guys are in a relationship and you're happy, I remember one pastor told me, heaven over happiness. And that just shocked me, and that stayed with me. He said heaven over happiness. I want you to think about that. Heaven over happiness. All right, guys, I gotta go. See you later. Working on other projects too, to upload them on here. So yeah, that's it. All right, see you later.